Yousef Nasser here at the Dow Event Center, pleased to be joined by the youngest member of the Saginaw Spirit, Michael Misa. Michael, I'm wondering, we're going to talk about your career, what your goals are in this sport, but I want to know, what's your first memory playing hockey?
Probably stepping on the ice at age 3 with my brother and my parents teaching me how to skate was the first time I ever experienced hockey, and then from there on out I just loved it.
What does the sport mean to you? Why do you think it's so special to you?
Well, I think at a young age, obviously, I've been playing up a year my whole life, and I've just found a passion for the sport, and just really my coaches along the way and everyone that's helped me is really why I've got to where I am today.
Now, you seem like a very humble kid, and you're going to be playing with the Saginaw Spirit this year, #1 pick in the OHL draft, and you're one of a few players to get exceptional status. Now, you look at the list of names, guys like John Tavares, Connor McDavid. What does that mean to you, the fact that, only a few people in the history of the sport can relate to what you're about to go through this year?
Yeah, it's a tremendous honor, obviously, but those guys are like role models to me. I try to just model my game after them and just take what I can learn from them, because they've obviously achieved stuff at a much higher level, and I'm just getting started. So
in sports, we talk about the greatest of all time, the GOAT. And who are some of your GOATs, some guys that you look to for inspiration, guys that you take pieces of their game? Who are some of the guys you looked up to in the sport of hockey?
Obviously, Wayne Gretzky's
The great one.
Yeah, the great. Mario Lemieux. Obviously, I look up to McDavid, all just the great players that play the game now as well.
This is a young group, obviously, but a lot of guys with the talent like yourself to play in the NHL one day. What's that like, to be able to have an opportunity to grow and build with these guys?
It's going to be a fun one for sure. I think our team has all the pieces now, and we're practicing really hard, and just I think it's really going to click this season.
And what are some of your goals, personal, team goals? What are some of the things you want to accomplish here in Saginaw for the Spirit?
Personally, I just want to be the best player I can on the ice, learning from the older guys and coaches, just taking their advice and just improving that and putting it into my game.
Only a few people, a handful of people in the history of the sport knows what it's like to be in your position. And now we're in this era of social media, everything is dissected. How do you put into words what it's like to be Michael Misa in this day and age? And how do you try to stay humble? How do you try to stay, like a 15-year-old kid?
Well, I just try to honestly just block that out, social media and everything. It's nothing I can control over that. I just try to focus myself in what I can do on the ice.
Who are some of your mentors? You talked about some of your role models, but some of your mentors in your personal life, whether it's coaches, family members, teammates, who are some of the guys you look up to help you stay grounded?
Yeah, obviously my brother's a big one. He pushes me a lot and motivates me. We worked out all summer together, and he was one of my biggest motivators.
So he's in the O. What has he told you about what it's like playing at this level?
Oh, he just said it's obviously much faster pace, and something I'm just going to get used to over time. And obviously, it's more of an older guy league, so you just got to take what you can learn from the older guys and just try to apply it.
You said your first memory playing hockey was at the age of 3, and I'm wondering, at what point did you realize that, hey, maybe I have OHL talent, maybe I have potentially NHL talent one day?
Well, honestly, obviously at that young of age, you're just playing to play the game because it's something to do when you're younger. But as I got older, obviously, playing in Europe my whole life and just exceeding at that level, I thought, obviously, there's something more to this than what I thought.
And you've got I'm always interested in the stories behind why players pick their numbers. You're wearing number 77, and you were telling me off camera why you wear that number.
Just the first 7's my age, 07, because I'm born 2007, and the second one is because I'm the 7th exceptional status player, so I thought it was just pretty unique to combine those two together.
What is that distinction, the 7th exceptional status player? What does that mean to you? I mean, I'm sure there's pressure that comes along with it, but at the end of the day, you're a kid playing the sport you love.
Yeah, obviously it's a tremendous honor, like I said, but I just try not to think about it that much, just focus on what I can do on the ice.
And just finally, what are you most excited to bring these fans, to do with these guys? What excites you most about the 2022-2023 season?
Honestly, just excited to get started, obviously, for our home opener. That's what our whole team's waiting for, and I'm sure we can't wait for it.